How's it going, guys? I'm the Gaming Updater, but you can call me TK, and welcome to the Sunken Dragon, the first map that we're going to be exploring today in another Battlefield X4 series video, this time for the Dragon's Teeth DLC, my favourite DLC by far. If you don't know what the Battlefield X4 series is, I'll explain what that is in a second, but first I just want to talk to you guys quickly. I just want to apologise that I haven't been uploading many videos. Now, these videos take a long time to put together, they're very hard to put together, especially when you've got as little time as I do, as in I've been just about to go into college, and so I'm facing all these issues with paperwork and open days and just sorting out loads of issues. It takes time, and you know, YouTube is it's not something I can keep up at a steady rate, especially when I'm doing all these things. But you know, I've got a little gap in my day at the moment. Hopefully I'll have a bit more time over the next week or so as well, and I'll be able to put forward some more videos, maybe even another X4 series by the end of the week. But anyway, for those who don't know what's going on, here's what the X4 series is. Basically, I'm going to play all the maps in a DLC, so that's 4 maps. And by the end of playing all those 4 games, I want to try and reach a top score of 40,000. So that's an average of 10,000 points per game. Now, for some of you, that might be a really easy score to get, and you might think I'm an idiot. For some people, that might be really hard to get. But for me, that's a pretty good, a solid score, a good score, a score that I might get, a score that I might not get. Just to, you know, make it interesting. So we don't know if I'm going to reach the 40,000. We're just going to play through and just hope. I'm just going to play to the best of my ability, and we'll see what we can do. This map, the Sunken Dragon, it's just like all the other maps in this DLC. It's just awesome, especially when you actually head to the Sunken Dragon. Now, this map is based around the Sunken Dragon, as you might have expected. But the Sunken Dragon, you can see it just over there, straight ahead in the middle, is a giant restaurant. There it is there. Restaurant sort of flooded in the center of the map. I'm just heading in there now. And this building is what the game's centered around. So this place has been flooded. This restaurant has been just caved in like this. And this is like the most amazing building in Battlefield, I reckon. This template has been designed specifically for this map, specifically for this DLC. And it is just such an awesome area to fight in. I really wish it was actually somewhere I could go in other maps. I wish they put it in other maps. Although in saying that, I think that would kind of ruin the uniqueness. I'm sort of glad they didn't. But it's just too fun to fight. This whole building is just so awesome. I just wish I could play it more. It's such an amazing place to fight. It's got so many levels, such intricate detail. I do like the fact as well. You can see how there's these stairs that run around the center of the map, which is currently filled with water. The levolution on this map is the water can be drained and then filled back up again. And that center of the map is almost consistently flooded. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's like on the spot, actually, whether it drains and goes flat when the water's down. But anyway, you have to be in the center between those stairs in order to capture that objective. Otherwise, if you're on the stairs around that little area, you're not going to cap it. And I really like that because it adds a level of risk when you're trying to capture that objective, and makes it really hard because a lot of the fighting and a lot of the shooting comes down from the stairs. But anyway, I'll head back to that zone in a short while. This was a pretty cool kill here. Hang on, have a look. We'll see right in the bushes. I'm pretty sure I get one. There we go. Yeah, he had no idea where I was. There's a couple of things I want to talk to you about today while I'm using this video. And the first one you can see right here is using different forms of cover. Now, different forms meaning, you know, you always have to be using cover. You always have to be near cover. If you want to be raking up big scores and you want to be getting some good kill streaks, you need to have cover near you at all times. So, for instance, in this place, I'm trying to capture this objective, and to do so, I'm using the water as cover. I'm hiding underwater. I'm not moving around too much. I'm just sticking underwater so that no one can see me. And it's a really useful way of finding cover. And a different form of cover. It doesn't have to be walls or things like that. It can be water. It can be stairs. It can be, you know, telegraph poles. Things that are little. It can, you know, just things like that. So here you'll see me use the stairs right there. Using the stairs as cover. You don't have to have walls and things like that. Just something that's going to cover the majority of your body, and make sure that you have something like that near you at all times. You always need to have somewhere to run, even if it might be like just a pot plant or even some plants. It might not be something that even covers up or defends your body completely. Something that can hide you even. I know there's a game later in this X4 series video I'm going to run through. Someone comes right towards me across the road, and so I just hide in some plants right next to me. He runs straight past me, has no idea I'm there, and I absolutely flog him. So you can see, look, using the boxes, I've got that wall right next to me. Now I've got the wall next to the stairs and the stairs. Here I've got that wall right next to me. I'm always sticking next to something. But anyway, I did alright in that game. I had a good kill streak of 28-14. That gives me 9,361. And we move into Pearl Market. Now, this map is my favourite map on Battlefield 4. It may be a bit coddy, but you know what? I really like the denseness of this map. This map is so dense. The buildings and everything, all the buildings are explorable inside and out. Fights that happen on top and below, and even the ground level is just awesome to explore. And it makes for, a game sort of like Operation Metro or Operation Locker. However, it's not straight. You've got a small square map, and when it's not straight, I think those maps are more designed for rush. And when you're playing Conquest, like I like to do, playing those straight maps just ends up one team's going to get spawn trapped, or there's going to be one big blockade of a fight in the middle, which is not. I think it takes the fun out of it, takes the excitement out of it. Whereas this one keeps it on a square map, and you manage to get that. How should I put it? You manage to get that quick fighting, that non-stop action without one team being spawn trapped, because you have the room to flank, you have the room to do things without one team just getting absolutely pounded and trapped in one spot, which is awesome, and it makes for a great fight, it makes for good warfare, which is what makes this map so fun. So this is Echo, this is the objective right in the middle, and as you can see, there's a number of pathways up to the top of this building. This is the best building, I reckon, on top, which is awesome because it's the central objective. But you can see here I'm using the stairs, I'm using a little wall that's already been broken. Sometimes I might use that not particularly to cover me even, but just so I've got somewhere to hide, so they don't really know that I'm here. They're going to be looking at people coming out of the stairs and not right in that little gap. But that building there, for instance, that has, I think, 2 or 3 stairways that lead to the top, and so you've got loads of areas you need to cover. The stairways, I've had a few good fights in just themselves. Like, I don't even have to be on the top of the building for an awesome fight. And as soon as the objective is captured, off I go, I'm running to a next one. So making sure that I'm still playing the objective, and look at that, I've still got cover. Now here I've got that wall next to that little pile of stuff next to me, so cover, cover, cover. But I don't really know why I really wanted to nail that into people this episode. I got another tip for you though. You know what? I think I might do, I'm going to do tips for every X4 series. I'm going to have like a main tip. So, you know what? Dragon's Teeth tip. That's going to be my new part. I'm going to have a DLC tip. And for this tip, because you're going to have getting a lot of kills on this DLC, the Dragon's Teeth tip for this week will be kill assist can be better than kills, but neither win games. Now, I want to talk. A lot of people go out. I see wanting kills. Maybe they've just come over from COD. Maybe they're young. Maybe they're excited. Maybe they just like kills, which is fair enough. But if you're wanting to rake up big scores and you're wanting to actually contribute to winning games, you're not going to be wanting to get kills. Now, the other thing I wanted to put towards that as well, however, is that don't underestimate kill assists. You're going to get kill assists a lot more than you're going to get kills if you're shooting around consistently. And often they will lead to either counting as kills, or they will lead to, just a... how can I put this? They're going to lead to more points. So, for instance, I was playing with my friend the other day. He got the kill. However, because I'd already taken 80 out, plus I had hit a headshot, plus I'd helped him out with the kill assist, and it counted as a kill. I ended up with he got 100 points for the kill. I got around about 178 for the kill assist, plus it counted as a kill anyway. Don't underestimate your kill assists. But either way, it doesn't really matter, kill assists or kills. Neither are going to win games. Just make sure you're playing the objective consistently. But if you're always firing a weapon, don't underestimate kill assists. Those points add up, and they can often equal more than an actual kill. So don't underestimate the kill assist, but don't play for kills, if you know what I mean. So there you go, tip for Dragon's Teeth. So this game, I had a horrible start to. If you can see here now, I actually had a pretty good kill streak here, pretty good run. I had a couple of good runs, but overall, the game didn't end too well. We managed to flog them though, so I didn't have much time over, but I still finished the game with 8,123, 8,123, and I didn't do too bad. But, you know, I would have liked a much better score. I got off to a horrible start. We move on to Propaganda. This map I have mixed feelings for. So the levolution for this event is a train that runs through every now and then and just storms through the center of the map, just destroying anything in its path. But this game you know, I've had some awesome games on this map, and I've had some really crap games on this map. This map seems inconsistent to play. There's not really much you can do every game that's going to get you some awesome points. So, for instance, especially with the regular Battlefield 4 maps that come with the game, I often have a game plan that I can use throughout each game. That guy probably was AFK, but you know, I have a game plan that I can follow each game. So, for instance, on Rogue Transmission, if I'm heading on the east side of the map, I like to head over to the first objective, then into the center objective under the satellite dish, and then straight up to the enemy objective, and maybe even round to the one on the side of the hill. And that'll usually get me at least 2 and often 3 objectives at the start. However, with this map, there's not really much you can always do. You can get a couple of flags at the start if you go to the right spots, but you can't consistently move around in a game plan for this map. Not that I've found anyway. You know, some of you might have one that works, but I haven't played this map too much, and it just seems a really weird, inconsistent map. And saying that though, it is a pretty gorgeous map, and I've had some amazing battles here, and this one probably not included. I had a horrible start. You can see there me taking out. I was actually going to do a compilation. I counted throughout this whole DLC, mainly on this map. You'll see sometimes I'll shoot someone, and as I'm shooting them, they shoot me and we kill each other. That probably happened throughout this game and throughout this DLC, I reckon at least 15 times. I was going to do a compilation. It was so bad, and I started getting really frustrated. I had to calm down. I had to just go back to playing the objective, and once I did, I started to pick my score up a bit. But there's another cool tip. Don't get frustrated, as in this is not once you start getting frustrated, you end up going for kills a bit more. You're not being as patient. You won't be using your cover as well. And you're not going to rack up that good score. Getting frustrated never helps you out. You just need to chill out, go back to hiding, playing some objectives, and make sure you're not playing for the kill. So, you know, once you play for the kill, you end up moving forward, you end up charging in a bit more often. You don't even realize it sometimes. Don't chase the kill, anything like that. You make sure you're sticking to the objective and hiding. Make sure you know they don't know where you are. Let the kills come to you. Don't hunt the kills. And once you start doing that, you start dying more. You probably start getting a bit more frustrated, and it's just not going to work out. Another tip I've got for you today as well, though, you might see me, especially in the last game, I moved on to an assault class, and the assault rifle wasn't really working for me just because I don't really use assault rifles too often, so I moved back to my usual weapon of the Ace-21. I have done a review on that. I didn't do a score for that. I only just realized after I uploaded it, I didn't actually have a score. But either way, I moved back to the Ace-21 simply because it's a weapon I'm comfortable with. So that's a suggestion I do have. If you want to just to rake up your kill streaks a little bit higher, to make sure that you've got make sure you've got a good score when it comes to your kills as a defense, because it's vital if you want to be raking up good kill streaks, and if you want to be raking up, you know, capturing many objectives one after the other. You're going to meet some defense. You need to have a way to take those people out quickly, and the best way to do that is not to have like the best weapon, but a weapon that you're comfortable with. So the Ace-21 is not going to have as good as stats for killing as an assault rifle. However, with the assault rifle, I'm just not used to it. I'm not used to the recoil pattern. I'm not used to the reload time. I'm not used to how, you know, where it's going to be aiming and how heavy the weapon is. I don't know the weapon as well. So I moved straight back to the Ace-21, and immediately my kill streak started heading up, and as well as my score, and as well as the amount of objectives I'm capturing. So although I'm not going for kills, the weapon really does affect your captures, as in you're going to be much more comfortable. You're going to be killing people quickly. I'm not really I think I've focused less on, when it comes to kills, I focus less on how many people I've killed and more how quickly I'm killing. So you'll see here, every time someone pops up, my red dot goes straight to them, and that's because I'm used to the weapon. I know exactly where it's going to go, and I know exactly what it's going to do. With an assault rifle, I'm not too sure about that, so just make sure you're finding a weapon that you're comfortable with, and stick with that. So, you know, if you're a new player, this isn't going to affect you as much as someone that's been playing for a long while, but that's more because if you're a new player, I suggest you go around and try lots of weapons. Try preferably, you know, carbines or designated marksman rifles and things like that. Something that's not specific to a class. That's just a suggestion. You might not like that sort of stuff. You don't have to listen to me. but just finding a weapon that you can go back to if you need to. So for instance, I went straight to the carbine simply because you can use a carbine in any class. It doesn't matter. And so if I'm not feeling comfortable with a certain weapon, I can just head straight back to my Ace-21 carbine, and, you know, I've got a weapon I can head back to. If I'm playing recon, I might just use a sniper rifle, but, you know, blah, 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 blah. Just before we head on to the next match, finish that one with a better score, 9,973. Still not quite the 10,000, and that means I'm going to have to rack up a big score in Lumphini Garden. I think that's how you pronounce it. Another mixed feelings map for this DLC, because this map can be amazing, and this map can be quite dull as if your team's getting smashed. But anyway, I'll talk about that right in a minute. But if you're a new player, I do suggest you go around and try lots of different weapons and just find the one that you're comfortable with. Once you've had a bit more experience, and once you're happy with the weapon that you've found, and once you know you've unlocked the good weapons and blah 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 blah, you know, stick with it. It'll really help. It helps a lot more than you'd think. But anyway, back to the X4 series. You know, straight up. You know, you need to. I needed to rack up a big score in this last game. The first few games, I was hitting 9,000, 8,000. But that's not 10,000. So in this last game, I probably needed a score of about 12,000, and that's a very hard score to get when your team is being smashed. So you can see here, I did get off to an alright start. I didn't think I was having the best start in the game. But I was probably second or third throughout both teams, so I obviously was doing something right. I think everyone seemed to be struggling, especially when the opposite team was absolutely clobbering us in this game. Throughout this whole game, it was really hard to flank. They were spread out really well. It was difficult to gather objectives, so I just had to charge my way through. I had to find the least populated way to the next objective like this, and then just hide and just hope I can capture it, because often it was becoming very difficult. So here, some people have popped up behind. I need to get that kill just for every little point I can get is absolutely vital. So over here, I managed to find a hiding spot, take him out. And one thing I suggest you do here, if you're hiding like this, if you take out one dude, I'm going to wait until his kill cam is probably over, and then find another hiding spot. So if you just kill him and then immediately find another hiding spot, the kill cam's going to come up and they're going to see you, unless you're playing hardcore, of course. So it's no point running straight to another hiding spot. Kill him, wait a couple of minutes, and then head off to your next spot. So you can see here I was coming second or third on both teams, so I was doing something right, but I still wasn't. It was just kills. I wasn't getting. I wasn't capturing too many objectives. I needed more. But you know, I didn't have enough support from my team. I didn't have anyone flanking with me. My team was staying. You can see them on the map down there. They were just there the whole game. They weren't spreading out. They weren't flanking. Maybe a couple of people every now and then, but that was about it. I seemed to be the only one hoping for these objectives, and then this would happen over and over again. Just me being shot from someone else I didn't even see. And this game just became increasingly more frustrating, increasingly more difficult to attack. So here, I've got one or two teammates with me, but we still don't manage to capture this objective just because how well they're spread out. I get this nice kill there with a good headshot, long distance with the carbine. Don't underestimate carbines over long distances. If you can get control of that, recoil, they are going to stay still as ever with a cool RPG kill there as well. And I've got probably a good useful tip for newer players. When you first start out, go to the training ground. Even go to some easy games. Go play some domination or some some death matches and stuff like that, just to work on your rifle. If you've picked a rifle and you're feeling comfortable with it, go and have some practice with the recoil. Start by aiming before you're shooting. So right now, I'm pretty used to my sensitivity. See, this is the thing I was on about really early in the video. So that dirt hill's just there. That guy hasn't seen me at all. I just crouched down. I'm still reloading, but if he hasn't seen me, just chill out. Finish my reload, take him out. You know what I mean? You've got all the time in the world if he hasn't seen you. But anyway, start by aiming at a player or the target. If you're going to the test match area, I can't remember what that place is called. Start by aiming at it, getting it right in the middle of your hip fire, and then zooming in on the red dot. Now, I've got pretty used to my sensitivity. I've got used to exactly where this rifle's going to go, and I know the recoil spot on by now. I've been using this weapon for so long. And so all my red dot's just going to go straight to the enemy, but that's not going to happen when you first start playing. You need to, need to get some practice and move it in nice and quick. But we finished with 6,668, 268. Couldn't get the support from my teammates, and we don't end up with the 40,000. But thanks for sticking around, guys. Catch a TK out.